Hello, pretty people. Welcome to Simply Delish Duo. Today we are going to show you how to make our apple crisp. We consider this our ultimate comfort dessert.
You guys, this is a dessert that you do not feel guilty for going back for seconds because it is so tasty and so healthy. It has apples, cinnamon, and oats.
And it's delicious. So if you like this video and would like to see more, please subscribe to our channel by hitting that red subscribe button below. So of course, for this recipe, you will need the star of the show, apples. I'm using Granny Smith apples. Guys, look at my apples.
They're huge.
They're massive. I saw them in the store and I had to get them. Almost ashamed to cut into them. They're so pretty. So I'm using Granny Smith, but in the past I've used Macintosh, Gala apples. But for this recipe today, I'm using Granny Smith. And also I just want to mention with this recipe, I don't have the exact measurements because I've always just thrown everything together. But this is my guesstimated amounts here. About half a cup of flour. About 3/4 cups of brown sugar. And with the brown sugar, I'm putting half of it in with my apples, and then the other half will go on top, on the crumble part. Of course, you will need cinnamon. About a cup of oats. I'm using 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And lastly, I've got about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I use the lemon juice because it prevents the apples from turning brown. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go wash, peel, and core my apples and slice them up. So once I'm done, I will be back to show you the next step. I've just finished cutting my apples, and this is about the size I cut them. And to that, now we're going to get ready to assemble. So I'm going to pour in my lemon juice. And the lemon juice helps it, like again, as I said, prevents it from browning. Because you'll notice they've already started to brown. And some cinnamon. Come on. All right. And I don't know.
Probably about a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Yeah, I was going to say about a teaspoon. But if you like more cinnamon, go ahead. I use about a teaspoon, depending on how many apples. And about half a cup, well, about half a cup of brown sugar, or half of the brown sugar that you've got in the bowl here. And reserve the other half for the top, and now give it a mix. Make sure to mix all the apples. And another thing I should have mentioned, I prefer to leave the skin from the apples off. I prefer to peel them, but if you want, you can keep them in there. Personal preference, I prefer to peel, but
I've had them with a peel on, but I do prefer also myself.
Yes.
No peel.
So have I, and I've also made apple crisp with the peel, and I do prefer to remove the peel. Also depends on how much time you've got. So there you go. So I gave it a nice mix, and now we're ready to make the crumble. So in your bowl, put in the flour, your oats, and butter, and the remaining brown sugar. And I also like to put a little more cinnamon, but again, your preference, and again, as much as you want, and give it a nice stir. Make sure that everything gets incorporated. And once it cooks too, you will notice that the apples will start to get more liquidy, so it'll kind of absorb into this crumble part, and that's what'll make it nice and crispy as well. So I think I've given it enough of a mix. And now what I do is just pour that crumble evenly on top. And what we'll do is we'll bake it in the oven at 375 for about 40 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes. You'll notice actually once the house starts smelling of nice baked apples. So what I'll do is put the remaining of the oatmeal on here, spread it evenly on top. There we go. and pop it in the oven. So we will, after 40 minutes, I will be back with you and show you what our apple crisp looks like. We've just taken the apple crisp out of the oven and it smells so nice in this house. It's apples and cinnamon. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit because it is piping hot, and you can have this with ice cream, vanilla ice cream. I'm actually gonna have mine with caramel. So I hope you like this recipe. It's delicious, it's easy, the kids will love it, you will love it too. So thank you for watching Simply Delish Duo.